Well, now that I'm bleeding in 5 different places on my right hand from working on the plane, I decided I'd take a break and start working on a video instead. Most of the firewall sub-assembly was fairly straightforward. I didn't come up with too many problems along the way. Here you can see some more deburring, getting kind of used to that. I'm removing the plastic from the rivet hole lines. I know some people don't think this is necessary, but it doesn't really take that much time. And then I'm deburring all the edges of the forward bottom skin. So here I decided that I was going to deviate from the plans a little bit because I thought this piece, this fuel flow bracket, was too thick to try to dimple. And so I countersunk it instead, and then turned out that it was way too thin to countersink, so I had to buy another piece. This picture just gives you a pretty good idea of how big these pieces are. I'm kind of running out of room in the garage. My buddy Matt came over to help, and he got to do some riveting for the first time. Did a nice job. So there are definitely some rivets in this section that are going to be tough to get to. I was able to get the one on the left, but I'm waiting to get another bucking bar for the one on the right. So I got some brake lines from TS Flight Lines, and I think they're kind of long. I don't know what you guys think. If anyone could leave a comment and let me know. I'm told that this is the appropriate size, but they just seem like there's a little too much extra up top there now that I have them routed all the way to the back. This is an example of what happens when you're not paying that much attention. You end up putting in a beautiful rivet that missed the nut plate completely. This mask that I got for work in the emergency department turns out to work very nicely for drilling overhead and having metal shavings slide right off your face. So I started bolting on some of the bulkheads forward of the center bulkhead section before riveting some of those because I just didn't have any help and I couldn't reach some of them, but there's no problem reaching them. I checked before I started bolting things on, and here you can see that I've marked some of the bolts that are and nuts that are at final torque. I had to check to see how much torque it took to get the screw or the bolts to screw in without a nut in place, and then you add that to the final torque values when you torque it on the non-nut side. You can also see that I am drilling out a bunch of nut plates because I mistook the K1000-8 for the K1000-3s because visually they look very similar, but one does not replace the other. And then after replacing all of them, I found out that one of the K1000-3s that I installed didn't have good threats, and I had to take it out again.